Hello, Sudoku friends, and welcome. It's Sunday morning, and we are looking at the New York Times Hard Sudoku once again. In the coming time, I may have some treats for you, and they will manifest themselves as diabolical puzzles by the Telegraph. An acquaintance of mine here in Vietnam purchased a Sudoku book by the Telegraph, and he graciously sent me a few copies of the most difficult ones. I will not promise that they will, without exception, be notation free because I've glanced over a few of them and they do look tough. But it might be a nice change from the ones that we've been looking at so far from El País and from the New York Times. So I've only done one of them so far, and I will make a recording of how to solve it the next few days. Disclosure though, I have solved it, but the solution path was rather interesting and it involved a certain Sudoku pattern that is good to know. So let's get on with this puzzle here. We got a 3 blocking across here and here. So it is clear that a 3 must go here. Now we have 1s here or here. And we are going to have a 6 down here somewhere. And we're going to have a 9 here or here. 9 also must go here or here. 6 here or here, because this 6 forces a 6 to go in one of these 3 squares here, right? We have 8s here or here. And we are going to have a 4 in one of these 3 squares here because of these 2 4s here. And that is as far as I have seen. Quickly, we have 7s, of course, here or here. And therefore, since this 7 blocks this square, this must be a 7. Now we're looking for a 4, 1, and a 2 to complete column 7. So I must find somewhere to set my hook. I'm seeing a suspicious 2 and 8 blocking across and a 2 and an 8 blocking up. So 2 and 8 seem to have to go in these 2 squares. Isn't that true? And that tells me that since the 7 blocks across here and this 7 blocks up here, that a 7 goes either here or here, blocking down. So we have 7s here or here. I'll try to keep that in memory. But didn't we also say that a 9 had to go in one of these squares? Since this now is a 2 or an 8, it follows that this must be a 9. Now we're looking for a 1, 4, 5, and a 6 for these 4 squares. There's a 1 and a 6 here, so this is a 4, 5. There's a 6 and a 4 here, so this is a 1, 5. This can't be a 5. Must be a 1 or a 4. No, not yet. Not quite yet. But we know that a 6 must go here or here because this 6 blocks up, doesn't it? And we know this is a 2, 8 and this is a 2, 8. So one of these is a 6 blocking down. This 6 blocks up. This 6 blocks across. So here's a 6. And I seem to remember that we also said that one of these must be a 7. This must be a 7. Now the 7 blocks across, the 7 blocks down, therefore a 7 goes here. Now we have 7s here or here, and here or here. So that's not a huge help. But we can do something with the 5 now, because this 5 blocks across, giving me a 5 here. These now must be a 1 and a 3. The 1 blocks down, conveniently, here's a 3, and here is a 1. Now we got a 3 blocking down and across. So a 3 must go here. Now we have 3s here or here. So this being a 2 or an 8, what else is missing in column 1? A 4. A 4. And I don't know what to do about that. But I know now that we have 6, 5, and 7 blocking up here. And this is a 2, 8. So we got 6, 5, and 7 for these squares. These being 2 and 8, meaning that this must be a 4. Now we have 2, 8 here, and we have 2, 8 here. And if these are 6, 5, and 7, then this must be a 4. Now we have a 4 blocking across, and we have a 4 blocking down. One of these is a 4 blocking up. This 4 blocks up. This 4 blocks across. So here's a 4. Now these 3 must be 1, 6, and I don't even have to find the last one because this 6 forces a 6 to go here. And now this must be a 1 and a 5. 5 blocks up, so here's a 1 and here's a 5. Here now an 8, 9, and a 2. 8, 9, and 2. What can we do with that information, if anything? I don't really know. So I won't do anything with that, but I will do something with this square here because that can only be a 2. The 7 and an 8 force a 2 to go here. This is a 7 and an 8. Now we have a 2 blocking up. We know that one of these is a 2, but we still don't know what to do with the 8 and the 9. 1, 3, and a 5 here. This 5 blocks across, this 5 blocks down. So here is a 5. 1, 3 here and 1, 3 here. 5 and 7, still no joy. But look at this. We have a 5 and a 7 here. So this is a 5 or a 7. Can we do anything else across in row 1? Yes, we can. We have a 7 and a 5 here. So these two are 7 and a 5. So if this is a 7, 5 and this is a 7, 5, we also need to find a 2, 9, and an 8 for the row. There's a 2 and an 8 blocking this square, which therefore must be a 9. So now we have a 2, 8 here, and we have a 2, 8 here. And that gives us another 9 because this 9 blocks down, this 9 blocks over. We got a 9 blocking over here and a 9 blocking over here. So here's a clear 9. 1, 3, and a 6 across here. We got 3 blocking here, and we got a 3 blocking here. So here's a 3. 1 and 6 now here. And here, of course, is also a 1. Now what? I see a 2 and a 4 here, and I see a 2 and a 4 here. So 2 and 4 go up here along with a 3. The 3, of course, must go here. And here we have a nice looking 2 and a 4 pair. Here we have a 7, 8 pair, and here a 1, 6 pair. A 1 and a 5 must go in 2 of these squares here. But I can't yet pinpoint where they go. So where to proceed and find the next number? We have quite a lot of givens in columns 8 and 9, and we have also a few in the lower chute here. So let me look for a moment at column 8. We need to find a 1, 4, 8, and a 9. So this is an 8 or a 9. But 9 could also go here, and 4 could go here or here. So that's no good. Now let me look at column 9. We need to find 2, 8, 9. We know that. 2, 8, 9. We also need to find 6 and a 3. A 3, of course, must go here. 2, 8, 9. 6. 6, 9. 2. So this is an 8. And this is a 2, 6, 9. We know, of course, that one of these is a 2. And the 6 must go here because we have this 6 blocking down. So here's a 6, right? So this is now a 2 and a 9. Therefore, this has got to be an 8. Now we know that this is a 2 and this is an 8. Those were about the first pairs we found, wasn't it? So 7, 5 and 7, 5, giving me a 2 for this square and a 9 for this. Now what? 1, 4, and a 9 for these squares. We got a couple of 9s blocking over. So here is a 9. 1 and 4 here. We found the 8, right? So here's a 2. Now we have a 2 blocking across, another 2 blocking across, and 1 2 blocking down. So a 2 must go here. Now I'm sure we can find a 2 4 block 5. Yes, 2 blocks across, 2 blocks across, 2 blocks up. Here's a 2, and we know that the other one was a 4. Still a 1 6, and still a 7 8. But we are getting there. 1 6 and a 7 for these squares. 7, of course, blocks here, and 7 blocks here. So here's a 7. Now a 1 6 here and a 1 6 here. A 1 6 here. And up here, a 4 5 and a 6. 4 and a 6 block here. Therefore, this must be a 5. It also figures because this was a 5 7 and we found the 7 here, so we might as well plug in the 7 here and the 5 here to complete that part. Here now a 4 and a 6. At the bottom here we are looking for a 1 5 and an 8. Why can't I find that? But across here in row 7 we need to find a 1 4 and a 7, and that's easier because we have a 4 and a 7 forcing a 1 to go here. And this 7 forces a 4 to go here, and therefore a 1 here and a 7 here. These two were 7 and 8. Now this is a 7 and this is an 8. These were 1 and 6. Remember, now the 1 forces a 6 here, and a 1 here, and a 6 here. Now this is a 6, and this is a 4. Now we got a 4 here, and therefore a 5 here. That gives me a 5 here and an 8 here. This now must be an 8, and this must be a 1. And so we finished today's New York Times Hard Sudoku puzzle. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.